world's largest music store, the Great House of Guitars, is having an inventory blowout sale on all 8 floors of new and used musical instruments, CDs, CD box set, largest selection at the lowest prices at the Great House of Guitars.
Now from the News 10 NBC studios in downtown Rochester, digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC Today.
Good morning, TGIT. Thank goodness I'm through.
That is great. It's a good day.
He's been working on that for 2 years. He probably used that line.
So good to have you here. This is such a special day. I'm Rebecca LeClaire. Of course, this is Rich Cornelia, and this is Gabe's final day.
In the morning, and that's right. Hey,
how am I going to get through this broadcast?
Huh?
How am I going to get through? I don't care about you.
You've had
I'm
4 kids. You know, you've.
I'll survive, but it's going to be a special one. We have a lot of things planned, so I hope people can watch for a whole hour and a half because it will be fun to take a look back at your career.
And hopefully you'll be still awake at 7 o'clock. No, it's going to be a great show. Rebecca's been working so hard on putting together all these wonderful tapes and memories of you. Can't wait to see them.
I know. You know, it's embarrassing to think that all of this attention, and particularly at a time, unfortunately, and we'll talk about this in a minute, when you have these disasters, a little bit embarrassing, quite frankly. But
yeah, but it'll be a little fun because yes, sometimes the news is not all good, but we know that you're excited for the new ventures that lie ahead for you.
Certainly am. All right, new ventures, new weather forecast, new
year, soon to be.
Yeah, lots going on today. That's right. Let's check it out. We do have a little rain out there this morning. For those of you who are concerned about the weather today, just a few showers overnight. Those have cleared, get a little break, but you can see there's still quite a bit of some light green there in your TV screen at home, so do expect some off and on showers through the morning, then a little bit of a break, another round of showers this afternoon. But it's going to be very breezy today, very mild southerly winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour. No, I have not started my New Year celebrating early. We have a chance to hit 60 before today is done, so it's going to be quite a mild New Year's Eve this year for sure.
All right, thanks a lot, Rich.
All right, well, the UN Secretary General says that he is impressed by the global support so far to help the victims of Sunday's deadly tsunami. And our area, of course, is no exception. News 10 NBC held a telethon with the Rochester Red Cross last night to send aid to the victims, and thanks to you, we raised more than $135,000. Before the telethon even started, phones began to ring. Just 30 minutes into the telethon, more than $38,000 had been pledged. There was also a surprise donation of $25,000. That was an anonymous donation that had been confirmed. The money will help provide food and clothing to tens of thousands of people affected by the tsunami. It will also help improve the water supply.
And, you know, as is the operation.
Cholera. So making sure that the water supply is safe and sanitary is one of the next priorities. And then ongoing relief, you know, rebuilding of houses, of businesses, of homes, of lives.
We've raised a lot of money, and this community once again has been very, very generous in its support of the Red Cross.
You can still make a donation to the Red Cross by logging onto our website, news10nbc.com. Those donations will be sent to the International Red Cross and then distributed to local chapters in the countries affected by the tsunami.
So far, worldwide, more than $500 million has been donated for the tsunami victims, but UN officials say even more will be needed. The death toll now stands at more than 120,000. President Bush is sending a group of disaster relief experts to get a first-hand look at the devastation. Secretary of State Colin Powell will lead that delegation. Brooke Hart has now more from Washington.
On Thailand's Phuket, heavy equipment is clearing debris. The global outpouring of aid to the region is now up to $500 million. U.S. officials hint the U.S. pledge will grow.
$35 million, but we know that this is just the beginning of a much greater need and a much more significant commitment from the United States.
Individuals are opening their wallets. In 2 days, UNICEF, the UN Agency for Children, has raised more than in all of last year. And some Americans are getting creative. The Treglone family of Washington State is digging up toys to auction on eBay.
I think the example I had was their allowance is $5 a week, and if everybody gave $5, every man, woman, and child in America, it'd be $1.5 billion, which would make a difference. And so they said, okay.
A construction set is netting nearly $300 by bidders who know it benefits South Asia.
I think we only got it for like 15. they probably don't even want it. They probably just want help.
Corporations are helping too. This first of 4 medical centers provided by international aid out of Michigan is being shipped by FedEx for free to serve thousands on hard-hit Sumatra. U.S. drug makers are among the biggest givers. Pfizer is giving $35 million in cash and medicines. And with the badly wounded likely outnumbering the dead 3 to 1, health experts say their survival could depend on the arrival of urgent medical aid. In Washington, Brooke Hart, NBC News.
Another horrible story to tell you about. At least 174 people are dead after a fire broke out at a crowded nightclub in Argentina. This happened last night. Officials say as many as 5,000 people may have been inside the Buenos Aires club when the blaze started. Witnesses say the building quickly filled with smoke as people rushed to the emergency exits. More than 400 people were injured. It's still not clear yet exactly what caused the fire, but some witnesses say it was started when someone threw a flare at the ceiling. Police in Wayne County have arrested 9 people after a major drug bust in the village of Lyons. Last night, members of the Wayne County Drug Task Force searched a house on Elm Street where police say drugs were being sold. During the raid, police confiscated an undisclosed amount of money, cocaine, and marijuana. The arrests came after an investigation that began back in March.
Cities around the world will be ringing in the new year tonight. Though some are throwing huge parties, none can compare to the massive celebration in New York City. Brian Moore is in Times Square with a preview.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! Times Square is ready to ring in another new year, but this one is special. It's the 100th anniversary of what's become the world's biggest first night bash.
For 100 years, people have gathered in Times Square, not to be entertained, but actually to come together to watch a ball, or really to come together to watch a ball come down a flagpole.
What began as an old-fashioned celebration has become a high-tech extravaganza with nothing left to chance. Organizers have been testing the confetti and getting that famed ball ready for its 60-second countdown.
They got everything ready and we're good to go.
But amid the merriment, there are ever-present security concerns. Police have been sealing manhole covers and removing mailboxes. Security cameras are everywhere. Mayor Michael Bloomberg says the city has never been safer.
There's an awful lot of the security that we are going to provide that will not be visible.
The world is watching as Times Square celebrates a century of ringing in the new year. Ian Moore, NBC News, New York.
And if you're going to be out and about this New Year's, you can plan on a safe ride home. On all the regular bus routes, the Regional Transit Service will offer free rides from 6:30 p.m. until 2 a.m. If you're going to be on the thruway, you can stop at rest stops for free coffee and tea. All 27 stops will offer the service from 11 p.m. until 7 a.m. Well, starting next week, Gabe will be able to sleep in every weekday morning.
I'm looking at these scripts you've got in here. All this is
well, we want to remind everybody you're not going to be broadcasting anymore for 10 NBC. This is his final day
here
after.
Two of my 3 alarm clocks, and I plan later on in the program to ceremoniously throw them out or bang them against the wall or something.
Make you feel good because you won't have to get up early in the morning. But, you know, just recently, one of the TV consultants I heard say, you know, he still has the best hair in the business, right?
Important.
It's true. But when he started working the early shift, we all became aware of the bed head that you come to work with every day.
Oh, you got to be kidding. Did you take video of that?
Basically, he rolls out of bed, drives to work, and goes straight to the makeup room. Isn't this true? I'm not lying. But one of these mornings, a few mornings ago, we had our cameras rolling, and we thought this would be interesting to show you. Let's take a look. Okay, this was in the hallway right outside the makeup room. There you are. You ready to go?
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking you guys are just kidding around. You are the worst.
No, we just had to do that. That is the worst. Okay, because we'll show everything else
now,
when your camera ready.
I was even kidding around with whoever the photographer was. I'm thinking
Al.
it was just Al.
No, I think maybe it was Ralph. Maybe it was Ralph. Yeah.
And I thought he was just messing around, and little did I know, you devious.
But you know what? I mean, look at him. He's coiffed in 5 minutes. We're still all very
I'm kind of disappointed
shocked.
if you look at my gut in that picture. Did you see that? I need forget the South Beach. I need like the Antarctic diet. You know.
No, we just had to, have a little fun because we've all witnessed it. Now all our viewers have witnessed it. We've always had fun with you strolling in the morning.
That's right. It's amazing. Well, Gabe, he gets in about 5, and he's in the makeup room for about 27 minutes. Leaves me 2 minutes. That's why I'm lucky to make the top of the
why.
show.
You see there? You see why.
Now I do see why. You needed every one of those minutes. Anyway, it's 5:40 this morning. A couple of showers moving through on our News 10 NBC Weather Lab Triple Doppler live scan. A couple of raindrops here and there. It's turning very mild. Temperatures have been rising overnight. In fact, we've gone up a couple of degrees in just the last half hour or so. Now outside of our studios, 47 degrees is the current reading out there. Incredibly mild for New Year's Eve for sure. And here's your weather headlines. Few showers off and on this morning. Couple more showers will move through this afternoon, turning windy and just very, very mild today. Sunrise time 7:42. Sunset coming up at 4:45. The airport coming in at 44. Overcast skies. Couple of light raindrops here and there. Winds are out of the south at 14. Could have some wind gusts this afternoon up to 30 miles an hour. So it will be breezy, but of course it's going to be very, very mild. Starting off in the 40s to near 50 already in Buffalo. And we're going to see temperatures well into the 50s today. A few towns may make a run towards 60 before today is done. There's some of the rain we had overnight. Little break right now. Another line of showers are going to move through the next couple of hours, and then we're going to get a little bit of a break. And then here's another line of showers that'll come on through probably around midday. And then behind that, things will start to clear up. So really, for any plans later this afternoon into tonight, weather-wise, looking quite nice for this New Year's Eve. This storm's going to go well to our north. We're on the warm side of it for sure, and the most of the eastern part of the country unusually mild for this time of the year. These are overnight lows. St. Louis 61, Dallas at 61. We're not going to quite see morning lows that mild, but we're going to make a run towards 60 this afternoon. And really, for any midnight festivities tonight, temperatures still holding in the 40s through the midnight hour. So for today, showers likely right through early afternoon. Windy and mild, temperatures 50s to near 60. Of course, a happy new year for everybody tonight. Partly cloudy, still in the 40s at midnight with partly cloudy skies. Showers will be through. Don't have to worry about raindrops tonight. Eventually falling back into the 30s. Noticeably colder tomorrow, but at least a return to some sunshine, 38. Good chance for some rain on Sunday. May start as a little wintry mix, then change over to rain. But for the Bills game Sunday, have the rain gear handy. Temperatures mid-40s. Break on Monday, a little more rain Tuesday, Wednesday, clearing out for next Thursday. Gabe and Rebecca?
Rich, thanks a lot. It is 5:42, and a man in Colorado is making something special for President Bush to wear during his inauguration.
We have that story still ahead. Plus, we'll take a look back at some of this year's so-called flops in the entertainment world. And as we say goodbye to 2004, we are also saying goodbye to Gabe. Stay with us as we remember some of his greatest and goofiest moments. It is 5:42, 48 degrees outside.
Save 50 to 80% store-wide now at Sale on Carpet's annual clearance sale.
Floor to ceiling, over $3 million in carpet, laminates, resilience, ceramic, remnants, and hardwoods.
Everything reduced 50 to 80%.
Mohawk Floorscapes carpeting just 79 cents a square foot. Kerastane for $1.99.
Woodlick laminates $1.79 a square foot.
Ceramic look just $2.79.
89 cents for Mannington Sheet Vinyl.
Everything payment and interest-free for a year.
With up to 80% off. Sale's annual clearance is the one sale you don't want to miss.
Hurry!
Now we've got something no one else has. Patrick announces official GM supplier pricing is open to the public. Patrick found a way to make supplier pricing eligible for all customers. Official GM supplier pricing is normally reserved for businesses that supply services to General Motors. Today through January 3rd, everyone is eligible. No exclusions, no exceptions. No other after Christmas sales event compares. Patrick Pontiac GMC, next to Marketplace Mall. All of our programs absolutely end January 3rd.
The champagne is chilled, the mood is set. It's going to be an unforgettable evening for you and for all your favorite guests. Bring all your friends to the Burgundy Basin, announcing the Burgundy Basin's annual wedding sale. Celebrate in style. Book now for guaranteed pricing through May 1st, 2005. Call 248-2660. The Wedding Sale, a special limited time offer from the Burgundy Basin. Winner of Rochester's Choice Award, our 3rd year in a row.
Did you know that the air inside your home could be 3 times dirtier than outdoor air? I'm Jim Betlam with a 3-step process for cleaner air in your home. Our heating professionals will remove the dust, dirt, and debris from your home's ductwork system. We will install a high-efficiency air filter. We will install an ultraviolet air treatment system to control mold spores, viruses, and odors. Call John Betlam to improve the air quality in your home.
871-8888. John Bentham Heating and Cooling.
It happens only once a year. Ruby Gordon's New Year's Day highly anticipated 7-hour sale. Huge reductions in every department. Fabulous furniture at closeout prices. Save as much as 70% with no deposit. No interest for 2 whole years. That's great furniture, great prices, and 24 months to pay. Our most anticipated sale. And you have only 7 hours New Year's Day. And only at Ruby Gordon on West Henrietta Road. See why we are Rochester's furniture store.
The ESL Jefferson Awards shine a light on Rochester's very best, those who help make our neighborhoods better places to live and who inspire us to be the best in ourselves. For more information or to nominate someone, log on to ESL.org.
One of the biggest stars of the big band era has died. Artie Shaw passed away yesterday at his home in Los Angeles. Shaw was best known for the recording of Begin the Beguine. Shaw worked with such jazz legends as Buddy Rich, Mel Torme, and Billie Holiday. By his mid-50s, Shaw left the music world to work on his writing and other interests. Shaw's attorney says he had been ill for quite some time. Artie Shaw was 94.
Well, you know, Dwight Eisenhower was the first president to wear a Homburg hat during his inauguration in 1953, and now President Bush will become the first president to wear a cowboy hat at his inauguration next month. A company in Colorado is making a custom cowboy hat for the president. Some say this hat will symbolize American workmanship. The hat will take 20 hours to make, and it is the second one the company has made for the president.
Well, it was a tough year for some of Hollywood's biggest stars. They not only fizzled out on the red carpet, but they also bombed at the box office.
Patrick Stinson has more in this year's unfortunate flops.
Ben, and more Ben. Mr. Affleck was everywhere from the big screen to the political scene. But overexposure may have hurt this Boston native. First was his highly publicized breakup with Jennifer Lopez, a crash in his personal life. Then his professional life suffered with multiple bombs at the box office. Jersey Girl with its J-Lo cameo failed to find fans.
All those movies suck.
Watch your language. And more recently, Ben's holiday spirits took a beating with the October release of Surviving Christmas.
It's more up to the press, whether they choose to make a big thing out of it or not. I've been let down before.
Hollywood's hottest ladies also suffered. Halle Berry got whipped in Catwoman. Gwyneth and Angelina took a nosedive in Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Mary-Kate and Ashley were in the dumps in New York Minute. And then there was Nicole Kidman's controversial role in Birth. Not only did the film receive a lot of flack, it also tanked.
You're hurting me. Don't bother me again.
The world of television had its misses as well. Rob Lowe took quite a fall with CBS's Dr. Vegas. Heather Locklear's superstar power didn't fly with NBC's LAX. And Drew Carey's grand return to TV and Drew Carey's green screen lasted only a few weeks on the WB. On its way. CBS's baseball drama Clubhouse struck out quickly, as did NBC's Hawaii, and although Father of the Pride started strong, ratings quickly slumped. NBC's animated comedy got caged before November sweeps. And let's not forget the world of reality. After an all-out brawl with Mark Burnett's The Contender, Fox got the upper hand and released Next Great Champ. But the boxing competition got knocked out early. The show jumped to Fox Sports Net, where it continued to struggle in the ring.
The original shows that are well made do well, and the copycats fail. Wife Swap, Fox copied it with Trading Spouses, Rush It on the Air. It did not do even close to as well. Then we got The Benefactor. It was an ABC copy of The Apprentice. It bombed. The most recent one is The Richard Branson Show, Rebel Billionaire. Absolutely bombed.
Oh, well.
Copycats, you see, you've got to be original. There you go.
We have an original right here, but we got to talk about the Orangemen too. A little bit of sports today. Got a big scare on their home court last night. We have highlights coming up in sports.
Right now, let's check your winning lottery numbers from yesterday. The midday drawing, daily numbers 215, win 4 combination 9679. Evening drawing, daily numbers 612, win 4 3228. Take 5 was 21, 3, 14, 31, and 15.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Mike Ognebene Ford, Batavia.
Hi friends, Mike Ogneveen here again at Mike Ogneveen Ford in Batavia, the unbeatable dealer. People are driving hundreds of miles, even as far as Buffalo and Rochester, to save on all vehicles. Don't make a $1,000 mistake. Search through over 500 vehicles at MikeOFord.com. You can find any new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, or you can build your new Ford and name your price. All we do is discount new Fords. Check out MikeOFord.com or call us at 343-1004. We'll see you right here.
Start the new year with a bang! During the 8-hour New Year's Flooring Bash at Max Pies. Save up to half off our best carpet packages, plus get 3 years free financing. Save on ceramic tiles, Armstrong laminate, and hardwood packages too. Thousands of colors and styles come installed, all with 3 years free financing. Get more bang for your buck. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The New Year's Flooring Bash. You get more at Max Pies Flooring America.
Sometimes removing dishes while cooking can be too hot to handle. Ouch! Introducing the UV-Glove Hot Surface Handler. The UV-Glove, made with Nomex and Kevlar by DuPont, provides thermal protection up to 480 degrees. The 5-fingered FlexiGrip makes the UV-Glove a chef's delight. Use it while cooking in the kitchen, the barbecue, and those hot jobs around the house. Save your fingers. Get the UV-Glove. You'll love it.
The UV-Glove's available at Kmart, CVS, Eckerd, and Chase Pitkin.
This is my elliptical. After my second baby, it just wasn't practical to get to the gym. Instead, I went to G&G Fitness and brought the gym to me. No wasted time and no excuses. The pros at G&G Fitness helped me choose the right piece. Don't get your equipment from amateurs. Trust the experts at G&G Fitness.
Stop driving to the gym, work out at home, and add hours back into your life. It's the Resolution Solution Sale.
G&G Fitness. Everything for your way of living is at York Furniture Gallery.
York Furniture Gallery celebrates the holiday with a store-wide sale spectacular. Living rooms and bedrooms marked down to $10.99. Dining rooms at an unbelievable $14.99. Prices slashed throughout the showroom. If you're thinking new furniture, now's the time. Hurry in and pay with no interest for 1 full year.
Everything for your way of living is at York Furniture Gallery.
Who wants to be a millionaire? You do! And through Friday, the Vision Auto Group may make you one, because Vision will give you 10 lottery tickets free with a test drive. 100 more free lottery tickets when you buy any new or used vehicle. Vision is your low-price lifeline, with new cars from just $9,800, used from $39.95, all backed with free oil changes for life. So phone a friend, because with 10 lottery tickets free with a test drive, 100 more when you buy. Vision Ford, Dodge, Nissan, and Hyundai will save you thousands and could make you a millionaire.
Now, here's your 7-day forecast from the News 10 NBC Weather Lab.
And a very good Friday morning. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody out there. 5:52 the current time. Tracking a couple of raindrops this morning. Just plain rain, very mild out there. And our live News 10 NBC Weather Lab triple Doppler from Brockport is showing one batch of showers now. Moving off to the east out of the area. We're catching a little bit of a break right now. Not much happening around the city, Monroe County to our south and west, but more showers are gathering out towards Niagara Falls and Buffalo. And these will be working through over the course of the next 6 hours or so through midday, early afternoon, before the rain should clear up nicely for any activities you have planned tonight. Look at the numbers, already in the 40s. 44 out at the airport. We're already almost pushing 50 downtown. In mid-50s, look like a good bet for a high today. A few towns will flirt with 60 degrees for this New Year's Eve. Unbelievable. Tomorrow, noticeably colder, but a better chance for some sunshine back in the 30s, and a good chance for some rain on Sunday with highs near 45. Gabe and Rebecca.
All right, thanks a lot, Rich. It's 5:53, and the Orange faced a tough test in the Dome.
And Fairport wins its own tournament. Let's go to Rick Hager for that and much more in sports in a minute.
Thanks and good morning. The Syracuse Orange played their final game of 2004 and their final game before the Big East schedule last night at the Dome, and they were tested by Hofstra. The Pride led most of the game. Mike Rajajewski inside, but Syracuse made some big baskets. Terrence Roberts for 2 of his 20, then Louis McCroskey for 3. And Hakeem Warwick came up with a big-time game, 2 in the foul here. And in the final minute, a big basket for Hakeem Warwick. He scored 29, and SU won 80-75. They are 13-1. They open the Big East schedule on Wednesday at St. John's. 2 of the top boys basketball teams met in the finals of the Fairport tournament last night. Unbeaten Red Raiders against Greece Athena. The Trojans at 6-2. and James Keenan for 3. They led early. Then watch the great basket here by Adam Brown. Athena up by 6. Back came Fairport. Matt DePerna for 3. The Red Raiders were up by 4 at that point, and Corey McGee on the break for the dunk. He scored 13. Fairport won 66-61. At Lakeshore, 2 hockey powers squared off. Irondequoit against the Grease Thunder. Both teams were unbeaten. The Thunder on the break. Brandon Werity fell, but Mike Sophia picked it up and scored 2-0 Grease. But Irondequoit cut it to 2-1. Then early in the second, the Eagles on the power play. Andy Orsini scored his second to tie it at 2-2. And in the third, the Thunder's Joshua Salter took the shot. It was deflected in front and finally went in. That was the winner, 3-2 Thunder over Irondequoit. And the Yankees have reached an agreement to finally bring Randy Johnson to New York. The proposed trade would send 3 players, including Javier Vasquez, and $9 million in cash to Arizona. Once again, there are still several details to be worked out before that deal is finalized. And that's sports this morning. Have a great day.
All right, so Rich must be happy about that, the big unit to the Yanks.
He's a big favorite, and
Yeah.
you know, the Yankees just keep getting so many good names.
That's right. Our top stories are straight ahead on News 10 NBC today.
And that includes the latest from New York, where preparations are underway for tonight's big New Year's Eve celebration. And of course, we have more of our farewell to Gabe.
No time to tell you about the golf except for Jay Haas leading in the LPGA tourney, or the PGA tourney.
You know, Rich, I think we did pretty well with those numbers, and we don't cost as much as the equipment back there.
Look at the papers we have here.
It's wonderful. You almost threw mine away here. Coming up, Dick Tobias serves up some comparisons between restaurants on Uncle Seth.
Excuse me? I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's Mazda's Drive-In the New Year sales event. Get up to $4,000 cash back or 0.0% APR limited term financing on a huge selection of Mazdas. That's up to $4,000 cash back or 0% limited term financing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Uh-oh, little one, the roll is bare. Your mama's got some she can share. Is that enough? Yeah, you can be sure. With Charmin Ultra, less is more. When we say less is more, less is more. More absorbent than the regular Ripple brand for sure. What you used to love, now you're gonna adore. With Charmin Ultra, now that feels good. Less is more. Chow, chow, chow. Ultra. Charmin.
You can hear News 10 NBC on the radio every day on WYSL 1040. These broadcasts are made possible by LASIK MD.
Charlotte's year-end clearance happens only once a year. First, Charlotte takes the best brand names in the world. Then they discount every one of those brands from 5 to 50% off. The biggest sale of the year with no interest for 1 full year. Now at Charlotte Furniture and Appliance.
Wow, how'd this happen?
I told them if they shoveled, I let them use their new phones to talk to their friends as much as they want.
They can do that anyway. We've got the Verizon Wireless Family Share Plan with the N.
Yeah, well, they don't know that.
Looks cold.
It's freezing. I ain't going out there.
Sign up for the Family Share Plan and the whole family can make unlimited in-calls to each other and any other Verizon Wireless customer from within the America's Choice coverage area. Plus, don't miss these great deals on camera phones starting at just $29.99.
Hurt myself.
Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
100 cars, 5 days? Who said it couldn't be done? Right now, you'll save big on GM's hottest models at Leroy Motors. Take a look at these real deals.
Smart Buy an Equinox at just $239. Go cruising in a Cobalt for only $187. Imagine yourself in an Impala. It's just $184.
Act now, the sale ends soon, and it's only at Leroy Motors.
You want real selection, real service. Leroy Motors is the real deal.
Now from the News 10 NBC studios in downtown Rochester. Digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC Today.
Good morning on Gabe's final day at News 10 NBC Today. I'm Rebecca LeClaire.
And you know who I am.
And I am Rich Keneally, and Rebecca wants me to ask, what's your New Year's resolution?
Should be an easy one this year.
My New Year's resolution is stay away from you guys. I think I'll be able to keep that.
Yeah, I think so.
I was thinking maybe getting more sleep. That should be one you should be able to keep as well.
Yeah, you know, I brought in two of the 3 alarm clocks I use in the morning, and later on this morning we'll ceremoniously throw them in a garbage can or something.
We need a sledgehammer. That'd be
I know. I was thinking about that, but we'd make a mess, and we don't have goggles and things. So imagine
we
if
have people here that can clean up after us.
Did you hear that, guys? Huh?
Well, it's not going to be me, that's for sure. Anyway, we do have a lot to get to today. Of course, it is Gabe's last day, and we have some great stuff to show you from his career. But let's get to the weather real quick this morning. A little bit of rain moving through. A little break right now, but more showers will move on through the region through about midday, early afternoon. Then it should start to dry up a bit later today, turning very mild and very breezy. Some wind gusts could top 30 miles an hour out of the south today, but temperatures will make a run towards 60 this afternoon. I was told that there's been a run on people filling up their propane tanks because they all heard the forecast was going to be so warm tonight. A lot of people apparently are planning a big cookout for New Year's Eve this year.
Steaks on the grill.
That's not a bad idea.
Doesn't happen very often
no,
in
it
these
doesn't.
parts where you can do that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
In the news this morning, the UN Secretary General says he is impressed by the global support so far to help the victims of Sunday's horrible tsunami, and our area, of course, is no exception. News 10 NBC held a telethon with Rochester's Red Cross last night to send aid to the victims, and thanks to you, we raised more than $135,000. Before the telethon even started, the phones began to ring. Just 30 minutes into the telethon, more than $38,000 had been raised. There was also a surprise donation of $25,000, an anonymous donor. The money will help provide food and clothing to the thousands of people affected by the tsunami. It'll also help improve the water supply there. You can still make a donation to the Red Cross by logging onto our website, news10nbc.com. The donations will be sent to the International Red Cross and then distributed to local chapters in the countries affected by the tsunami.
So far, worldwide, more than $500 million in donations has come in for tsunami victims, but UN officials say even more will be needed. The death toll now stands at more than 120,000. Officials estimate that 5 million people are without clean water, shelter, food, and medicine. President Bush is sending a group of disaster relief experts to get a first-hand look at the devastation. Secretary of State Colin Powell will lead the delegation.
In Buenos Aires, Argentina, at least 174 people are dead after a fire broke out at a crowded nightclub. Officials say as many as 5,000 people may have been inside that club. Witnesses say the building quickly filled with smoke as people rushed to the emergency exits. More than 400 were injured. It's still not clear yet exactly what caused the fire, but some witnesses say it was started when someone threw a flare at the ceiling.
Cities around the world will be ringing in the new year tonight. While some are throwing some huge parties, none can compare to the massive celebration in New York. Brian Moore is in Times Square with a preview.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
Times Square is ready to ring in another new year, but this one is special. It's the 100th anniversary of what's become the world's biggest first night bash.
For 100 years, people have gathered in Times Square, not to be entertained, but actually to come together to watch a ball, or really to come together to watch a ball come down a flagpole.
What began as an old-fashioned celebration has become a high-tech extravaganza with nothing left to chance. Organizers have been testing the confetti and getting that famed ball ready for its 60-second countdown.
They got everything ready and we're good to go.
But amid the merriment, there are ever-present security concerns. Police have been sealing manhole covers and removing mailboxes. Security cameras are everywhere. Mayor Michael Bloomberg says the city has never been safer.
There's an awful lot of the security that we are going to provide that will not be visible.
The world is watching as Times Square celebrates a century of ringing in the new year. Ian Moore, NBC News, New York.
Happy New Year, everybody. Of course, this is a special day because it's Gabe's last day as an anchorman. He's retiring from broadcasting.
Thinking it's, the end of the week, the end of the year, New Year's Eve, and the end of the career. There's a synergy going on.
Yeah, you got things going right. Well, we knew there was no turning back for you, Gabe, when you came in with your collection of neckties to give away. This was yesterday.
Why not?
Look, well, he's saying, he doesn't need to wear ties anymore because it's going to be dress down day from now on. And as you can see, the News 10 NBC staff was right there looking at the whole collection. Basically,
you were. Look, I can give this to my husband next year. I can give the
my dad for Father's Day. Yeah, no, everybody was swarming around,
look at that.
checking things out. There you are.
The tie is free, but the autograph is $20.
Right, see, I got my Sharpie right here.
See, Gabe was even willing to autograph the tie after you selected it right there.
Bling, bling, Gabe.
Thanks, Gabe. All right, Keith.
You got me bling, bling.
That was Keith Williams. He went home on his lunch hour, and his wife loved it.
Oh, is that right?
He reported back. He said, perfect selection.
They're like vultures around here.
They were.
Yeah, see, and my wife always says, let me pick out your ties, but I don't do that bad of a job picking out the ties.
This is a special one.
Well, this one I got for Christmas. This is a tie from my daughter this Christmas, so I figured I'd wear that today.
Very nice.
A little different,
Very, very good. You look good. You always look good, Gabe.
Yeah, and you can have this after the telecast. No, I'm just kidding.
6:05 is the time right now. Tell you, once I got into the newsroom yesterday after just one little cut-in, just a couple ties on the floor, that was it. I had to scrounge through those. Anyway, it's 48 degrees outside of our studios right now. That's actually correct. It is very mild. Temperatures have been rising overnight, already nearly 50 degrees out there on this New Year's Eve. Hard to believe. Here's the satellite and radar in motion. 12 hours worth of data. Had a little rain overnight. Getting a little bit of a break right now, but more showers are building back towards Niagara Falls and Buffalo. Those will be coming on through this morning. Then another bit of a break, and then there are more showers to the west of that. You see moving very quickly, just moving through Detroit and Cleveland. They'll be in Erie, Pennsylvania shortly, and those will come through this morning. And then really that's it, just a few sprinkles behind that, and it should all clear out by midday, early afternoon. So again, plans for later this afternoon and certainly for tonight looking fine weather-wise, just a little breezy and very, very mild as well certainly for this time of the year. Sunrise time today, 7:42. Sunset coming up at 4:45. Right now at the airport, 46 degrees, cloudy skies. There's the wind starting to pick up out of the south at 22. Already some gusts over 30 miles an hour. We're going to have those breezes right through the day and through tonight. But again, 51 Buffalo, 51 Dunkirk. So temperatures will be in the mid-50s by noontime, and a lot of communities will be pushing 60 degrees before today is through. So for those of you out there who made plans to have a little barbecue for this year's New Year's, looking good for that as well. Going to be a good one to spend some time outside. And of course, if you are headed out around the midnight hour tonight, weather should be fine as well. Showers likely through about midday, then drying out this afternoon. Windy and mild temperatures again near 60, wind gusts over 30 miles an hour. And of course, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year tonight. And by the midnight hour, should just be partly cloudy. Temperatures still well into the 40s at the midnight hour. And then tomorrow turning noticeably colder, a little frontal swing through later tonight. The winds will switch more to the north. Temperatures will fall back into the upper 30s, but at least a better chance for some sunshine on Saturday. And then we'll warm it back up into the mid-40s on Sunday. May start off with a little wintry mix in the morning, but a good chance for some rain, a steady rain Sunday afternoon. So Bills fans take note of that. And then it looks like partly sunny Monday, temps in the low 40s. Gabe and Rebecca?
Rich, thanks a lot.
Coming up on News 10 NBC, we're going to continue to say goodbye to Gabe. This is his final day at WHEC-TV. And now, yesterday, a lot of things were happening, huh?
On behalf of your
June Baller, the president of Local 223, the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, or AFTRA, presented Gabe with a gift for his nearly 30 years of membership in the union. This is for broadcasters and performers. And the union gave him a business card holder for his next venture after TV. And that, of course, will be working for Flaherty Funding.
It's got my initials and everything. That's pretty nice. Look at that. Can you imagine that? June was very sweet, and I really appreciate it. And you made it another surprise yesterday. I didn't know how to open the thing up. You notice this?
Well, we have more remembrances.
What a dope.
It is 6:08, 49 degrees outside.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Delta Sonic.
Get ready for the Delta Sonic experience. The cleanest car inside and out, the quickest oil change, the guaranteed lowest gas price, and your favorite drinks and snacks. Delta Sonic, experience it today with the car you love.
This holiday season, get great values on America's hottest products during the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab the versatile Dodge Grand Caravan, the Hemi-powered Ram, and the all-new Dakota. Or get into a Durango SLT with available leather trim, Hemi power, and 4x4 capability. Now, qualified buyers can grab a 2004 Durango for just $279 a month after savings of $5,500 in combined cash allowances through January 3rd.
Of all these pain relievers, there's only one with real liquid inside. Only Advil Liquid Gels. They rush liquid relief wherever it hurts. Only Advil has liquid gels. Only as in no other brand. Advil Liquid Gels. Liquid fast.
Hey, you with that cold. Nasal congestion, sinus pain and pressure, you need some Advil Cold and Sinus. It really works because this is in this, plus a hard-working decongestant. That's why they call it Advil Cold and Sinus. That's why it works.
The car you've been dreaming of is the car we've been dreaming up. Smart Buy the all-new Buick LaCrosse CX for around $259 per month. Call for residency restrictions and details.
It's climbing the sales charts on its way to #1. It's Raymore and Flanagan's Rock and Roll New Year's Sale. How can a furniture sale go platinum when everything in every department goes on sale, including every famous brand name superstar? First, they'll rock you with a free financing tune. You pay nothing at all for 1 full year. Then they really roll with delivery in 3 days or less. It's the Rock and Roll New Year's Sale at Raymore and Flanagan. Pay nothing for 1 year. Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6.
Mr. Davis, your power.
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's Mazda's Drive-In the New Year sales event. Get up to $4,000 cash back or 0.0% APR limited term financing on a huge selection of Mazdas. That's up to $4,000 cash back or 0% limited term financing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Delta Sonic is the only oil change in Western New York that requires its technicians to be trained and certified by the AOCA. At Delta Sonic, there's knowledge under the hood. Delta Sonic. Experience it today with the car you love.
One of the biggest stars of the big band era has died. Artie Shaw passed away yesterday at his home in Los Angeles. Shaw was best known for the recording of Begin the Begin. Shaw worked with such jazz legends as Buddy Rich, Mel Torme, and Billie Holiday. In his mid-50s, Shaw left the music world behind to work on his writing and other interests. Shaw's attorney says he'd been ill for quite some time. Artie Shaw was 94.
Dwight Eisenhower was the first president to wear a Homburg hat during his inauguration back in 1953. And now President Bush will become the first president to wear a cowboy hat at his inauguration next month. A company in Colorado is making a custom cowboy hat for the president. Some say the hat will symbolize American workmanship. The hat will take 20 hours to make, and it is the second one the company has made for the president. Of course, a lot of people will be wearing those silly party hats, but those honkers are a lot of fun to have at a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, you got to have the party favors there, the little noise makers and all that fun stuff for tonight. And weather-wise, not bad this year for sure. 613 right now. We are tracking a couple of showers. If we can bring up the live Doppler right now, and we could draw for you a couple of raindrops across the region. You can see at least one batch is kind of exiting stage right, so to speak, now. Eastern Wayne County, portions of the Finger Lake still raining pretty good. You see those yellows out around Newark, out towards Clyde, Savannah, Sodus, a little bit of a shower right now, but that is exiting, and really just kind of quiet right now around Monroe County southward. A few showers though are building back towards Buffalo, and those will be rotating through. So a couple of raindrops expected the first half of today, but look at the numbers. What a story this is. Temperature-wise, 46. This morning, you're waking up, it's 46 degrees out there already, with southerly winds at 22. Should boost temperatures easily into the mid-50s this afternoon. A couple of towns will make a run towards 60 degrees before the day is done. And by New Year's, later on for your New Year's Eve, around midnight, just partly cloudy. Temperatures will still be in the 40s for tonight if you got some late night plans out on the town. Tomorrow, a little colder in the upper 30s. Good chance for rain on Sunday. Rebecca?
All righty, thanks a lot, Rich. Continental Airlines has announced plans to purchase 10 of Boeing's new 787 Dreamliners. The new planes promise greater fuel efficiency and will have more cargo space than similar planes in the market today. Continental expects to receive the planes in 2009. Now here's Stan Case with this morning's business news.
U.S. blue chip stocks closed slightly lower in light trade Thursday. The Dow Industrials fell nearly 29 points, while the Nasdaq gained 1. Pfizer is feeling the pain since a recent study found its drug Celebrex increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. A market research company says new prescriptions for the drug fell 56% last week, the week after the release of the National Cancer Institute study findings. Pfizer's stock lost nearly 1%. Shares of several major steel companies fell on concern over steel demand in China. The Wall Street Journal reports the growth in steel demand there slowed to about 5% a month recently. That's compared with average increases of 26% a month in 2002, 2003, and early this year. As a result, China has become a net exporter of steel. And first-time claims for jobless benefits fell by 5,000 last week. The government reports that claims fell to 326,000 from the week before. Wall Street expected to see a small rise in claims. With the Business Brief, I'm Stan Kay.
CNBC Business Report is brought to you by Ronco Communications, specialists in IP communications.
The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. Save a lot of green when you see a red tag on Trailblazer. Choose a specially equipped 2005 Chevy Trailblazer LS four-wheel drive with these available option package discounts. All for around $249 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. See red, save green. Chevy, #1 selling cars and trucks in the greater Rochester area.
Looking for that perfect holiday gift? Something you'll never tire of? Get Time Warner Digital Cable and unwrap the brilliance of cinematic picture and sound with HDTV. Travel to faraway lands on National Geographic and the Science Channel, or get inspired by fine living and do-it-yourself networks. Call 1-800-756-7956 and get digital cable for 50% off for 2 months, plus get HBO free for 3 months. You deserve the gift of entertainment.
Tickets are available at the Blue Cross Arena box office or call 232-1900 to charge by phone. Emmerich Hockey. Check us out.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. This once-a-year event is on, with a big selection and great values on your favorite Toyota cars. It's your last chance of the year to get a new 2005 Camry with 1.9% financing, or get $500 cash back, or you can lease a Camry for just $199 a month for 36 months. That's 3 great ways to save on one great vehicle. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
Charlotte's year-end clearance happens only once a year. First, Charlotte takes the best brand names in the world. Then they discount every one of those brands from 5 to 50% off. The biggest sale of the year with no interest for 1 full year. Now at Charlotte Furniture and Appliance.
Stop driving to the gym. Work out at home and add hours back into your life. It's the Resolution Solution Sale at G&G Fitness Equipment.
This year, Celino & Barnes is proud to partner with the Buffalo Bills in helping to find a cure for childhood cancer.
Every time the Bills complete a pass, Celino & Barnes will make a donation to Roswell Park Cancer Institute and Strong Memorial Hospital.
And hopefully this will happen a lot this season.
And this. And best of all, it's for the kids.
Lots of completion so far, guys.
Catch a lot more.
Everyone wins.
We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Rochester, for naming John Holt's best new car dealership in the Rochester Choice Awards.
Try the new stuff. Over the toaster.
Introducing new Maxwell House coffee pods for single cup coffee makers. From premium beans to our exclusive Taste Lock pouch, they're custom designed 4 ways to make every single cup a perfect cup. Cafe Collection coffee pods, new from Maxwell House.
Rochesterians know where to go for the best value in furniture for their homes. Value City Furniture. You just can't do any better.
It is 6:19 right now, 49 degrees outside, and topping the headlines, the death toll from Sunday's deadly earthquake and tsunami is now more than 120,000.
Indonesian officials expect the death toll in that country alone to top 100,000. An estimated 5 million people are without clean water, shelter, food, and medicine. The UN says it will take billions of dollars for the countries to recover. At least 174 people are dead after a fire broke out at a nightclub in Buenos Aires, Argentina. More than 400 people were injured trying to escape from the burning building. Officials say as many as 5,000 people may have been inside the club when the blaze broke out. Witnesses say the fire started after a flare was thrown at the ceiling.
Here in Wayne County, 9 people are facing drug charges after a 10-month investigation. The suspects were arrested last night during a drug bust at a house in Lyons. Police took in some cash, cocaine, and marijuana. And our weather this morning, I mean, it's kind of nice to have this kind of temperature in the end of December, isn't it? I mean,
it's kind of dreary out
beautiful.
there, though.
You have a little bit of rain, some clouds out there. A lot of folks would appreciate a little more wintry conditions out there, but a lot of people I know are very excited for all the parties they got planned tonight. The weather's just not going to be an issue. It's unusually mild. Already 48 degrees outside of our studios at 6:20 this morning. 48 degrees. That does not happen very often New Year's Eve. Here's the radar satellite into motion. Just playing rain showers moving through the area right now. Had a little batch of them overnight. Those have cleared and getting a little break right now, but there's a few more to our west. So we're going to kind of be on and off showers through about midday, early afternoon. But the back edge of this system now is out near Detroit, so it's sweeping through pretty quick. So it looks like everything should start to clear out by this afternoon, and it's going to be very, very mild. Look at the numbers to our west. To Buffalo, Detroit at 50. Chicago waking up to 55 degrees, 52 in Pittsburgh. And this warm air has to move through our region before it can leave. So it looks like temps for this afternoon, that's right, your New Year's 2004 afternoon, will be near 60 degrees later today. How about that? We had days, I think, in August we didn't hit 60. Anyway, sunrise today, 7:42. Sunset will be at 4:45. Right now at the airport, 46. Just some overcast skies. Winds, though, a little brisk out of the south at 22 miles an hour. And you can note the warmth trying to move in. 51 Buffalo, 51 in Dunkirk. So we have no trouble with highs today. Well into the 50s. A few towns will flirt with 60 this afternoon. Showers will be through probably by about midday. Then we should dry out this afternoon. But there will be a gusty breeze. Could see some wind gusts over 30 miles an hour today, so we'll be a little windy right through your right through tonight. So as you're having your Happy New Year plans out there, weather-wise, really not an issue. Temps should still be in the 40s at midnight. The rain will be gone, so it'll be dry, and looks like just a little breeze and some pretty good conditions through midnight for this Friday. Tomorrow, the first day of the new year, going to be noticeably colder. Temperatures back down into the 30s, so it'll be a little bit chilly on Saturday, but a return to some sun. Then it looks like right now maybe a little wintry mix Sunday morning. That'll quickly change to rain, though, as temperatures get back into the 40s. Then we have a break Monday, a little more rain Tuesday, Wednesday, then another break on Thursday, with temperatures averaging above normal every day through the next 7. Gabe and Rebecca?
Wow, absolutely terrific.
Very mild. Hey, you know, we're just hours away from the new year, as Rich has been talking about, but there's an end of an era upon us. Right here at News and NBC.
I never thought of myself as an era.
Yes, it is an era.
Era?
Gabe is retiring.
Yes, but era?
Error. Yeah, well, we're going to say more of our goodbyes to Gabe, so hang in there.
All right, let's check the winning lottery numbers for you right now. Midday drawing, daily numbers 215, win for combination 9679. Evening drawing, daily numbers 612, win for 3228. Take 5 was 21, 3, 14, 31, and 15.
Investigating, uncovering, bringing you the stories behind the stories.
Newscast NBC.
Digging for answers, reporting them first.
John Holtz, the highest standard in quality vehicles, welcomes you to a new world of superior automotive service. Introducing the all-new Custom Collision Center, now open at 3890 West Henrietta Road. Serving you since 1977, our expert team will make your car good as new, no matter where you bought it, whatever make or model. At John Holtz, you get reliable, high-quality parts expertly installed. So when you need repair, make the right decision. Call on the experts at John Holtz Collision.
It's climbing the sales charts on its way to #1. It's Raymore and Flanagan's Rock and Roll New Year's Sale. How can a furniture sale go platinum when everything in every department goes on sale, including every famous brand name superstar? First, they'll rock you with a free financing tune. You pay nothing at all for 1 full year. Then they really roll with delivery in 3 days or less. It's the Rock and Roll New Year's Sale at Raymore and Flanagan. Pay nothing for 1 year. Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6.
Why live in a dial-up world when there's a place that's up to 70 times faster? A place where downloading music is as easy as falling in love.
I love you, baby.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Move here.
Call 756-BEEP and get 12 months at $29.95 per month with self-installation.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable.
I mean, I used to date these guys, and I'd wonder, why doesn't this feel right? You know, why isn't he the one? And then I met Ben. You know, it's really nice when you realize you don't have to compromise. I mean, not to compare my man to a car, but I mean, that's why I bought a Saturn.
The 2005 Saturn Ion. Redesigned, uncompromised. Now with 5 years, 60,000-mile extended vehicle coverage or $1,000 allowance.
Stop driving to the gym. Work out at home and add hours back into your life. It's the Resolution Solution Sale at G&G Fitness Equipment.
News 10 NBC Instant Alert, powered by Dunn Tire. Closings and delays at your school, business, or organization right to your cell phone, pager, or email. As soon as we know, you'll know. Sign up at news10nbc.com. News 10 NBC Instant Alert, powered by Dunn Tire. Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm.
Dunn Tire fact number 3. For winter driving, snow tires are unmatched. With the lowest prices guaranteed, the largest selection, and the most know-how, at Dunn Tire, nobody walks.
This is the big one, Rochester. No other after Christmas event compares. Patrick Jeep. All our programs absolutely end January 3rd.
It is 6:26 now, and it's a great day for Gabe. But it was a tough year for some of Hollywood's biggest stars. They not only fizzled out on the red carpet, they also bombed at the box office.
That's right. Patrick Stinson has more on this year's unfortunate flops.
Ben, and more Ben. Mr. Affleck was everywhere from the big screen to the political scene. But overexposure may have hurt this Boston native. First was his highly publicized breakup with Jennifer Lopez, a crash in his personal life. Then his professional life suffered with multiple bombs at the box office. Jersey Girl with his J-Lo cameo failed to find fans.
Those movies suck. Watch your language.
And more recently, Ben's holiday spirits took a beating with the October release of Surviving Christmas.
It's more up to the press, how they choose, whether they choose to make a big thing out of it or not. I've been let down before.
Hollywood's hottest ladies also suffered. Halle Berry got whipped in Catwoman. Gwyneth and Angelina took a nosedive in Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Mary-Kate and Ashley were in the dumps in New York Minute. And then there was Nicole Kidman's controversial role in Birth. Not only did the film receive a lot of flack, it also tanked.
You're hurting me. Don't bother me again.
The world of television had its misses as well. Rob Lowe took quite a fall with CBS's Dr. Vegas. Heather Locklear's superstar power didn't fly with NBC's LAX. And Drew Carey's grand return to TV and Drew Carey's green screen lasted only a few weeks on the WB.
On its way.
CBS's baseball drama Clubhouse struck out quickly, as did NBC's Hawaii. And although Father of the Pride started strong, ratings quickly slumped. NBC's animated comedy got caged before November sweeps. And let's not forget the world of reality. After an all-out brawl with Mark Burnett's The Contender, Fox got the upper hand and released Next Great Champ. But the boxing competition got knocked out early. The show jumped to Fox Sports Net, where it continued to struggle in the ring.
The original shows that are well made do well, and the copycats fail. Wife Swap, Fox copied it with Trading Spouses, Rush It on the Air. It did not do even close to as well. Then we got the Benefactor, was an ABC copy of The Apprentice. It bombed. The most recent one is the Richard Branson show, Rebel Billionaire. Absolutely bombed.
Well, I'm sure
looking
Richard.
At that, I think you're going to be doing a lot of that windsurfing, don't you think, in your
that's
retirement?
that's kite surfing. And kite surfing is one of those things that I'm never going to even attempt. It's not that difficult to do, quite frankly. I mean, as I understand, 3 lessons and you're gone. But I've heard some really horror stories about that. That's very dangerous because that kite can actually, you know, it can take you
over land.
Well, that's right, it can. And then people have actually been, you know, dragged through the beach and into things and into trees and stuff and boats, and it's something that I'm not going to try. So
he's got a lot of plans for his retirement, so
that's not one of them.
Okay.
All right. Well, we want you to stay safe, Gabe. That's what you're anyway. At 6:20, the only surfing I do is on Google or Roadrunner. So, anyway, let's see the radar right now. Live News 10 NBC Weather Lab triple Doppler is showing 1 batch of rain now moving on through. We get a little break right now around the city of Monroe County, points south, and the western Finger Lakes area. Just cloudy right now, but there are more showers building now through Albion, Batavia, out towards Darien, and out westward towards Buffalo and Niagara Falls. And those will be working their way through. So off and on showers. The first half of today looks likely. Temperature-wise, very, very mild out there. Mid to upper 40s at the airport, already flirting with 50 downtown. A very strong southerly breeze developing. Now at 22, going to be gusts over 30 miles an hour today. Easily mid-50s, the expected high for this afternoon. A few towns could flirt with 60. And again, those showers should be through by midday. So just a mostly cloudy afternoon, a little windy. Temps near 60, though, on New Year's Eve. Come on, this is something we don't see very, very often. Tomorrow, though, noticeably colder, back in the 30s, but a chance of a little sunshine, and then some rain likely on Sunday. So it looks like Saturday, the better of the 2 weekend days. Gabe and Rebecca?
All righty, thanks a lot, Rich. You know, a lot of things have changed over the past 29 years here at News 10 NBC, but the one constant has been Gabe Dalmath right here at the anchor desk delivering the news. And of course, before every show, as our viewers know, there's a news open, and those have changed, and we picked out one from each of the decades, so you could take a look.
That'd be kind of fun. All right. We used to call this the coffee percolator.
Wow.
Great theme music. Produced, I guess, by Jay Advertising years ago.
Good friend of yours, Ferdinand Jay.
John Winthrop. That was Wyoma Best right there. Mike Powell, Margaret, Ray Lovato.
This is TV 10 News.
Mod Squad, I think.
Meteorologist John Hamilton and sportscaster Richard Funke.
Yeah, those are the barrels. You see that?
Nice
we have?
City Police are looking for a suspect.
Ooh, and you had dark hair.
How about that lav mic, huh?
From WHEC-TV Rochester, this is News Watch 10.
A little later in your career.
Dalmath, Janet Lomax.
I was on fire there. Did you see that?
And meteorologist John Hamilton.
You know, people love to see.
I've never done commentary on opens. This is cool. Now, this is just last year, wasn't it? Oh, this is this year. That's right. How quickly we forget.
There you go. Well, see, now you've come into the present, and there you go. So your hair has changed the most, I think. You still look just the same. Can you still wear the same size suit?
Actually,
right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close.
That's very good.
Thanks for asking. I have to think about that for a minute.
Well, you know, our final goodbye to Gabe is going to be a benefit for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and you've been associated with that group for so many years. But there's going to be a roast and toast on Friday, January 14th at the Burgundy Basin Inn. That's the invitation right there. You can't see this on TV, so you're going to have to buy a ticket and come join us. The cocktail hour starts at 6:30. Dinner is at 7:30, and we'd love you to join us. Get tickets by calling 424-6560.
Should be a lot of fun. Wonderful roasters. You'll be the host and MC, and Janet will be there, and Bob Lonsbury, Don Alhart, Rich Funke will do some funny things. Laura, Donna, so it'll be kind of cool.
Everybody will be wishing you well. And of
Maggie
course,
Brooks will be there.
Gabe's going to be missed by many of us here at News 10 NBC, and some have worked with you for your entire career. That would include reporter Ray Lovato, and he has a story to share.
One of my favorite Gabe stories happened some years ago at Sonnenberg Gardens. It was a beautiful summer day. I was in the main garden shooting a story, and these 3 ladies came out on the second floor balcony and said hello. Well, I looked up and said hello back, and one of them said, "We watch you all the time, but you look so much better in person." And I said, "Well, gee, I'm so glad. I wouldn't want to disappoint you." And the one lady looked down and said, "We would never be disappointed in you, Gabe." Well, I could see how someone might make that mistake because Gabe and I both had dark hair back then. But on a serious note, to a consummate professional, a terrific broadcaster, a man I've had the pleasure and privilege of working with for the past 28 years. Best of luck in your retirement, Gabe, but I would do something with that hair.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by G&G Fitness.
This is my elliptical. After my second baby, it just wasn't practical to get to the gym. Instead, I went to G&G Fitness and brought the gym to me. No wasted time and no excuses. The pros at G&G Fitness helped me choose the right piece. Don't get your equipment from amateurs. Trust the experts at G&G Fitness.
Stop driving to the gym, work out at home, and add hours back into your life. It's the Resolution Solution Sale.
G&G Fitness. The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. Save a lot of green when you see a red tag on Trailblazer. Choose a specially equipped 2005 Chevy Trailblazer LS 4-wheel drive with these available option package discounts. All for around $249 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. See red, save green. Chevy, #1 selling cars and trucks in the greater Rochester area.
As you celebrate the holidays this season, remember the highlight of the evening is arriving home safely to say goodnight. Constellation Brands reminds you to please drink responsibly for a safe and happy holiday season.
Right now, over half our suits and sport coats are on sale, plus hundreds of pants, sweaters, shoes, shirts, and outerwear, 20 to 50% off. Now that's a sale. I guarantee it.
Open to your stay.
It's here, Patrick Jeep's After Christmas Sales Event. It's one of the largest automotive events in upstate New York. Patrick Jeep's Red Tag Sell-Off now includes final year-end incentives. Listen, Jeep just boosted our incentives with up to $1,500 in extra holiday bonus cash when you finance through Chrysler. That's an extra $1,500 on top of our After Christmas deals. They absolutely end January 3rd. This is the big one, Rochester. No other After Christmas event compares. Patrick Jeep, next to Marketplace Mall.
Charlotte's year-end clearance happens only once a year. First, Charlotte takes the best brand names in the world. Then they discount every one of those brands from 5 to 50% off. The biggest sale of the year with no interest for 1 full year. Now at Charlotte Furniture and Appliance.
It's all here in black and white. Cadillac CTS. Breakthrough. Visit your Cadillac dealers of Western New York for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
Now from the News 10 NBC studios in downtown Rochester, digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC Today.
Good morning on this very special day, the final day of the year and the final day that Gabe will be broadcasting
segment,
on the
yeah.
We're so sad about that, but we're happy that you're here to share some memories with us and even some of the things that you have to deal with every day in your life, right?
Yeah, and you know what you didn't do? You didn't introduce yourself, and that's
Rebecca.
great. And that's great. And we have to sort of change the script once in a while, don't you
Yeah,
think?
because this is special. It's all about Gabe today.
Yeah,
Who cares about you and I?
All right.
People do care. Actually, people do care about the weather, but they're, you know.
Yeah, it's nice and warm, and that's all we need to know.
That's right. The Gabe Dalmath loving continues. We got another 22 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm loving. I'm loving the fact that I won't have to use 3 alarm clocks anymore. And I'm going to keep one because I'm still going to have a job.
This is one of Gabe's, you know,
but I thought
tricks.
that, you know, this has seen better days anyways.
Yeah, look,
the
you got a
face on
piece
this
of tape
clock,
on it.
yeah, a piece of tape. This has not been that good anyway. And this one I had to adjust. I can't adjust the alarm arm anymore, so I was adjusting the actual hour of the day. So both of these have seen better days, and so ceremoniously throw these suckers in the garbage can. Worrying about getting up at 3:35 or 3:45 in the morning.
Aren't you going to
And
be
I'm
happy about that? That is spectacular.
I figure with the way everything's going nowadays with Social Security, I'll be able to throw my alarm clocks out about 45 years.
Yeah,
That's
for
all right.
now.
When you're 82, you'll be...
By then, roosters will be back in the fashion. Now, let's check the forecast for you today. We do have some showers out there probably through the first half of the day. As Gabe was mentioning, though, weather really not a problem today. Unusually mild. We're already around 50 this morning. And by this afternoon, we'll be up near 60 degrees. How about that? And we'll dry out later today. Just a little windy, some southerly winds, 20, 30 miles an hour. But for any plans you have tonight, weather not an issue. Should stay in the 40s to near 50 right through the midnight hour.
Should be fun.
And turning our attention now to that horrible story out of Asia, the UN Secretary General says he is impressed by the global support so far to help the victims of Sunday's deadly tsunami. Our area, of course, is no exception. News 10 NBC held a telethon with Rochester's Red Cross last night to send aid to the victims, and thanks to you, we raised more than $135,000. Before the telethon even started, phones began to ring. Just 30 minutes into the telethon, more than $38,000 had been pledged, and there's also a surprise donation of $25,000 anonymously. The money will help provide food and clothing to the thousands of people affected by the tsunami. It will also help improve the water supply there.
So making sure that the water supply is safe and sanitary is one of the next priorities. And then ongoing relief, rebuilding of houses, of businesses, of homes, of lives.
We've raised a lot of money, and this community once again has been very, very generous in its support of the Red Cross.
And you can still make a donation to the Red Cross by logging onto our website, news10nbc.com. Those donations will be sent to the International Red Cross and then distributed to local chapters in the countries affected by the tsunami.
So far, worldwide, more than $500 million in donations has been committed to the tsunami victims, but UN officials say even more will be needed. The death toll now stands at more than 120,000. President Bush is sending a group of disaster relief experts to get a first-hand look at the devastation. Secretary of State Colin Powell will lead the delegation, and Brooke Hart has more from Washington.
On Thailand's Phuket, heavy equipment is clearing debris. The global outpouring of aid to the region is now up to $500 million. U.S. officials hint the U.S. pledge will grow.
$35 million, but we know that this is just the beginning of a much greater need and much more significant commitment from the United States.
Individuals are opening their wallets. In 2 days, UNICEF, the UN Agency for Children, has raised more than in all of last year. And some Americans are getting creative. The Treglone family of Washington State is digging up toys to auction on eBay.
I think the example I had was their allowance is $5 a week, and if everybody gave $5, every man, woman, and child in America, it'd be $1.5 billion, which would make a difference. And so they said, okay.
A construction set is netting nearly $300 by bidders who know it benefits South Asia.
I think we only got it for like 15. They probably don't even want it. They probably just want help.
Corporations are helping too. This first of 4 medical centers provided by international aid out of Michigan is being shipped by FedEx for free to serve thousands on hard-hit Sumatra. U.S. drug makers are among the biggest givers. Pfizer is giving $35 million in cash and medicines. And with the badly wounded likely outnumbering the dead 3 to 1, health experts say their survival could depend on the arrival of urgent medical aid. In Washington, Brooke Hart, NBC News.
At least 174 people are dead now after a fire in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Officials say that as many as 5,000 people may have been inside a nightclub when that blaze began. Witnesses say the building quickly filled with smoke as people rushed to the emergency exits. More than 400 people were injured. Still not clear yet exactly what caused the fire. Some witnesses say that it was started when someone threw a flare at the ceiling. In local news this morning, authorities in Wayne County are investigating a crash that killed a Palmyra man. It happened around 10:30 last night on Route 350 in Walworth. Police say Daniel Sahirs was traveling south on 350 when he crossed the center line and slammed into another car. The 37-year-old was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital where he later died. The driver of the other car, Zachary Schreiber, a 17-year-old from Ontario, has minor injuries.
Cities around the world will be ringing in the new year tonight, and some are throwing some big parties, but none can compare to the massive celebration in New York. Brian Moore is in Times Square with a preview.
2, 1, Happy New Year!
Times
Times Square is ready to ring in another new year, but this one is special. It's the 100th anniversary of what's become the world's biggest first night bash.
For 100 years, people have gathered in Times Square, not to be entertained, but actually to come together to watch a ball, or really to come together to watch a ball come down a flagpole.
What began as an old-fashioned celebration has become a high-tech extravaganza with nothing left to chance. Organizers have been testing the confetti and getting that famed ball ready for its 60-second countdown.
They got everything ready and we're good to go.
But amid the merriment, there are ever-present security concerns. Police have been sealing manhole covers and removing mailboxes. Security cameras are everywhere. Mayor Michael Bloomberg says the city has never been safer.
There's an awful lot of the security that we are going to provide that will not be visible.
The world is watching as Times Square celebrates a century of ringing in the new year. Ian Moore, NBC News, New York.
Now, if you're going to be out and about this New Year's, you can plan on a safe ride home on all the regular bus routes. The Regional Transit Service will offer free rides from 6:30 until 2 a.m. If you're going to be on the thruway, you can stop at rest stops for free coffee and tea. All 27 stops will offer the service from 11 p.m. until 7 a.m.
You said you've never really had a desire to be on New Year's Eve at Times Square.
You know, you got to stay, once you get in there, you can't leave. And I always look for where the porta potties are, but you got to stand there and it's usually cold.
Well, it should be a fun time for those folks. And those are young people.
That's right. Well, nothing adds more elegance to a festive occasion than enjoying it under candlelight.
But before you bring out your candlesticks, Jill Cortez has some secrets to making them burn longer, cleaner, and brighter.
Candles have a way of making a celebration seem extra special. So let me show you some ways to get the most out of your candles. Most of the time, the wicks on brand new candles are left too long after the manufacturing process. So the first thing is to cut them back to 1/4 inch before lighting. They will burn longer and cleaner. A wick that's too long will actually burn black smoke. Now, believe it or not, candles are actually sensitive to light and heat. So to make them burn more brightly, store them inside the cardboard tube left over from a roll of paper towels. Now, to keep loose-fitting ones standing straight, wrap a little plastic wrap around the base before inserting into the candle holder. If your candles fit tight, spray a Q-tip with some nonstick cooking spray and rub it inside the candle holder. That way, when you're done, they'll come out easily. I'm Jill Cortez with another simple solution.
For more festive tips for the holidays, log on to our website, news10nbc.com, and click on the Simple Solutions link.
Some cars are just born to follow, one-dimensional, charisma-free. But this car has a different vibe. It takes any road you throw at it and everything you throw in it. Runs fast between lights and long between fill-ups. Give it a destination and go where the vibe takes you. Non-GM owners and lessees use Smart Buy financing and drive a new Vibe for around $169 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details or choose total cash back. See PontiacRochester.com.
Ow! Good morning, Mr. Becky. I didn't sleep so good myself. It's this old mattress.
Time to visit the Sealy Sleep Center.
At Raymore and Flanagan? So smart. One reason I married you.
Get free next-day delivery at the Sealy Sleep Centers at Raymore and Flanagan, where Posturepedic twin mattresses are just $139 and Posturepedic pillow top queen sets are just $599.
Now this is a mattress. Hey, what about one of the big screen TV first? You know, that new sofa in the den is a sleeper. I hear that.
Webster Ford is introducing an easier way to buy a car with our No Stress Express. With one simple phone call, we'll bring the vehicle of your choice right to your home or office. You can take a test drive, or we can even work a great deal right at your kitchen table. And as always, you can still get the Webster Ford One Low Price, which is clearly marked on every new vehicle. Give us a call and test out the No Stress Express today.
Come on out to Webster, come on out to Webster and see.
Don't miss Ontario Mall Antiques annual New Year's Day sale January 1st and 2nd. You'll find savings of 24 to 52% off everything you've been looking for. This is the largest antique mall in New York State with over 1,000 dealers on display. There's something for everyone. Collectors, the home decorator, and anyone looking for that unique gift. coins, jewelry, collectibles, and of course, fine antique furniture now at 24 to 52% off. Ontario Mall Antiques New Year's Day sale on Route 332, just 3 miles south from Thruway Exit 44.
Get a deal on a Honda Civic. Fa la 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 ooh la la. It's the car that wishes on
It's happy Honda days for all, and the Honda Civic is at the top of your wish list. Winner of Best Overall Value in its class by IntelliChoice. So give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Lease a Civic for $169 a month with a total drive-off of only $1,608, or get impressively low API financing for a limited time. Have a happy Honda day, only at your Honda dealer.
Happy Honda days.
If you see news happen, let us know about it. Call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010.
All right, it's going to be a big night tonight, New Year's Eve.
It's a big morning.
Big
Are you
morning
kidding
for
me?
us. Yeah.
We've got, what, 11 minutes left at the most. That includes commercial time for you to be broadcasting on News 10 today.
Yeah, this is our last 2 box together, Gabe, here in the morning show.
2 box together.
Sad.
A little technical jargon there.
Yeah, that means
you know?
I'm in one box and Gabe's over in the other box.
Why are you in this shot anyway?
I know. Sorry. It's all about Gabe.
Right.
Anyway, it's 6:50. Let's get through the weather real quick because we do have some fun stuff to do with Gabe in just a bit. Here's our live News 10 NBC Weather Lab Triple Doppler. We're getting a little break in the action right now, but notice more rain building out towards Buffalo, Niagara Falls. That'll be sweeping through the next couple of hours. So it looks like a little bit of rain to contend with for the first part of today. But again, that should all clear up in time for your activities tonight. And the big story, look at the numbers out there. Just an hour and a half ago, we were at 44. We're already at 49 degrees. That's right, pushing 50 at 6:50 in the morning here on this New Year's Eve. Remarkable temperatures out there. And again, putting everything into motion. Satellite and radar shows you some rain from overnight. That is now out towards Syracuse, pushing eastward towards Albany down the thruway. Had this little bit of a break move on by, but here's the next wave of some moisture. That is what's coming on in and should be giving us a little bit of rain the next hour or two. And then behind that should start to dry out again, maybe even clear up a bit. Wouldn't be shocked to see a little hazy sun later this afternoon with temperatures that should make a run towards 60 degrees before today is done. So certainly going to be one of the milder New Year's Eves we've seen in quite some time. Already low 50s stretching all the way back to Chicago. And again, we should have that 50 to 60 degree temperature range for today. So of course, wishing everybody a very happy New Year's Eve. Weather not an issue this year. Yeah, a little rainy this morning, but things will clear up, dry out this afternoon. Sunrise time today, 7:42. Sunset coming up at 4:45. Just cloudy right now at the airport, 46. Look at that wind, though, out of the south at 22. That's bringing in the mild temperatures, but it will be gusty at times through the afternoon. So again, showers likely first half of the day, then drying out this afternoon and certainly dry for this evening and tonight. Temperatures, though, for many will make a run at 60 degrees. The record on this date is 70, back from 1875. So it's been warmer before, but this will be one of the warmer New Year's Eves we've seen in quite some time, and it should be fine for tonight. Still in the 40s at the midnight hour, 35 for the low tomorrow morning. Then a little colder for Saturday itself with partly sunny skies, about 38. Good chance for some rain on Sunday. So if you're going to the Bills game, a big game Sunday, it will be kind of rainy. Prepare for that, 45. Then clearing out Monday, some more rain next Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, though, partly sunny, 38. But above normal temps right through the next 7 days.
Look at you. Look at all this.
All festive here.
You are such a party animal,
We're
I'm
getting
telling
ready
you.
with our party hats. It really should say Happy Retirement, Gabe, not Happy New Year, but it's kind of one and the same today. Lots to celebrate.
I'm surprised you didn't get the Happy Christmas ones. Those are half price. It's been so much fun working with Gabe, on the morning news for the past 3 years. We've had a lot of laughs together, but we had even more fun looking back at file footage of Gabe over the past 29 years. So before we let him sign off for good, we thought we'd share some of the outtakes, highlights, and lowlights.
Goody.
Rich, I think we did pretty well with those numbers, and we don't cost as much as the equipment back there.
Look at the papers we have here.
It's wonderful. You almost threw mine away. Coming
21st. In Monroe County office, where are we?
I wonder who wrote the book of love? Tell me,
Good evening. Developments in some bizarre crimes in Orleans County. Police say they have cracked the case of the church. Pardon me. They're coming home.
I'll take it. They're coming home.
No, you don't. No, you gotta come. What?
Yeah.
You guys, you are something else. That was, what a great job. You've been working so hard on this thing.
Yes, but everyone in the station has been working behind the scenes, so I have to thank them as well. But you provide the material, believe me.
I know. I have the longest and the most extensive blooper tape in the history of television, I believe, and I'm quite proud of that. Thank you. Listen, before we get too long into this, I know we only have a couple of minutes. It occurred to me that last night I got a call from Brendan O'Riordan over at Wham, did a little interview with me, and he asked me a question. He said, now, what's the secret of being on one job, particularly in this industry for 29 years almost? And I had to think about that for a minute. First of all, I said, you know, keep your nose clean, do your job, get to work on time, that kind of thing. And then I said, which is something that I believe in wholeheartedly, that if you come to work knowing that you're going to be with people whom you respect, admire, like to be with, who are fun, are sweet people, you know, it's not a chore. And that's what's happened here for the past almost 3 decades. The folks here at Channel 10 have just been absolutely wonderful. It's a big family, and these folks here are some of the nicest, sweetest, funniest people you'd ever want to be with. So coming to work, you know, is not a chore, and I guess maybe that's part of the secret, that you're energized and you're heartened, and you want to be here all day long. So I want to thank you all for that. I mean, not just obviously you two have been terrific to me in the mornings, but everybody in the back and out here in the studio who've just been absolutely wonderful. And thank you for all this nonsense that you've provided the last couple of days.
We have to give you a cake, you know. Of
right.
course, you were leading the way with all the laughs.
I better be careful.
I know. And you know how much we really want to smush this in your face?
Yeah. Well, they got our new logo on there correctly, and it's everything. Best wishes, Gabe.
Well, thanks so much, guys. This is just great. Let's eat.
All right. Well,
this is why I've been dying for this retirement. Well, you should see the spread they got in the bag. We're gonna eat well today.
Thanks to Christopher
Oh,
Cora for
hey, listen.
that.
Let me give you a big hug.
We're gonna miss you so much.
You're great.
Great working with you, Gabe.
Can we plug one more time? The Roast and Toast for Gabe, which will be a lot of fun. There's even more outtakes for that one. It's January 14th at the Burgundy Basin.
And we'll get the real inside story, some of the real funny stuff from people who've known Gabe a lot longer than us. Should be some good stories coming out of that.
Thank you for being a treasure, and thank you for sharing your life with the community of Rochester. They've reached out to you because you have been so gracious in delivering the news and being such a stellar person. So I didn't think I would have that. I'm gonna miss you, Gabe.
That's right. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Have a great New Year, everybody.
We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.
Clarity Funding urges you to nominate a child who is a role model to others or has done something exceptional to earn the Do the Right Thing award.
Just log on to news10nbc.com.
Now, here's the latest from News 10 NBC. Digging for answers, reporting them first.
Good morning, I'm Gabe Dalmath. Rochester continues to give generously to help the victims of the tsunami. Last night, News 10 NBC held a telethon with the Rochester Red Cross to send aid to the victims, and thanks to you, we raised more than $135,000. Before the telethon even started, the phones began to ring, and they kept on ringing. The money will help provide food and clothing to the thousands of people in South Asia. It will also help improve the water supply there.
Thank you very much for being here, and I know you're going to be continuing. So making sure that the water supply is safe and sanitary is one of the next priorities. And then ongoing relief, rebuilding of houses, of businesses, of homes, of lives.
We've raised a lot of money, and this community once again has been very, very generous in its support of the Red Cross.
And you can still make a donation to the Red Cross by logging onto our website, news10nbc.com. Well, New Year's Eve weather, Rich Ganiglia, it's almost summer-like?
Yeah, we're talking about highs today, Gabe, that'll approach 60 degrees in spots. And we had some days this past summer where we didn't even get that warm. So it's really quite amazing out there. Anyway, our live News 10 NBC Weather Lab triple Doppler. Some showers now approaching from the west. So we'll be a little bit damp the next couple of hours as these raindrops move on through. But everything should clear up by this afternoon. Already 47 degrees out there. And everybody's well into the 50s this afternoon. A few towns will make a run towards 60 before all is said and done, and just a little windy and mild for later today. If we're lucky, maybe even a few breaks of hazy sunshine. A happy new year to everybody out there. And if you've got party plans tonight, still in the 40s at midnight. No weather troubles for any travel plans you have overnight tonight or early tomorrow morning. Just a little colder on Saturday, 38. For all of those planning to make the trek to Orchard Park for the Big Bills game Sunday. Looks a little rainy. Temps in the 40s and clearing up Monday, partly sunny, near 42.
That's terrific. Certainly something we can deal with this time of year.
Yeah, above normal temperatures right through the next week.
We'll be back in a minute.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Toyota.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. This once-a-year event is on, with a big selection and great values on your favorite Toyota cars. Like a brand new 2005 Corolla. Drive off with one of your own and $500 cash back in your pockets. Or take advantage of 1.9% financing. Or lease an 05 Corolla for just $169 a month for 36 months. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
Probably some of the nicest weather in the nation right now around here.
It's going to be, yeah, absolutely gorgeous for tonight.
All right, terrific. Have a good New Year's Eve day. See ya.
Bye-bye.